Hello, I am Aviva reporting live in Jerusalem from room 552 for Israel 24/6 TV. Today is the 25th of April 2008, and the coming of this Shabbat in a little less than 2 hours will mark the last day of Pesach for this Jewish year. So welcome to this edition of Fact Not Commentary. It is hot enough here in Israel today across the country to cause one's ice cream to melt very, very quickly. And this is what we refer to as the spring season here in Israel. However, on only a moderately cool evening yesterday, it was not ice cream which was melting, but the hearts of the collective audience gathered at the Henry Crown Theatre to listen to Mendelsohn's Elijah, Opus number 70, conducted by Maestro Eliyafi and performed by the Jerusalem Symphony Orchestra and the Tel Aviv Philharmonic Choir, which was prepared for last night's performance by the choir's music director, Leon T. Wolf. I am pleased and thankful to report that the auditorium was filled almost to capacity with Judaism's adherents, obviously from every spectrum of halachic observance, and no one in the crowd seemed disappointed. Perhaps it is on such occasions as these that we Jews can all bend just a little and allow ourselves to be elevated, even if only for a few moments, by the means of sheer musical pleasure. After all, the second record of our ancient kings relates the occasion when Jehoshaphat asked, "Is there no prophet of Hashem here, that we may inquire of Hashem through him?" It is further written that after many supplications by the king, Elisha the prophet finally responded to the three kings assembled and said, "If it were not for the presence of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, whom I respect, I would not look at you nor see you. And now bring me a musician." And it happened that the musician played, and the hand of Hashem came upon Elisha, and he prophesied. Concerning Maestro Eliyafi, even though he may not be a prophet, it was again an honor and a privilege to attend another concert conducted by Jerusalem's own world-renowned musical genius. And in closing, I quote the comments of Colonel Nir Press, head of the Coordination and Liaison Administration to the Gaza Strip. To change subjects, Colonel Press is the official who addressed the issue of UNRWA fuel shortages, and speaking yesterday, he laid responsibility for those shortages directly at the feet of the democratically elected Hamas terror organization ruling in the Gaza Strip. The hundreds of thousands of tons of humanitarian aid the sovereign state of Israel has permitted to pass through her borders into Gaza since last February is no secret. It is also no secret that the ruling terror organization in Gaza, and I do mean Hamas, has taken action that the sovereign state of Israel considers flawed and disruptive to the peace process, if not directly detrimental to the good of the civilian Arab population which elected Hamas to power in the Gaza Strip. The further statements of Colonel Press document the fact that Israel holds to the opinion that tens of thousands of Arabs arrived at the Nahal Oz fuel terminal, preventing the transfer of the UNRWA fuel shipment. The Colonel's further remarks also support what has generally been reported, and I quote, It should be noted that Israel is not involved or responsible for occurrences in the Gaza Strip, for vehicular traffic on the highways, or for the entrance to the organization's depot. Unfortunately, we are witnessing once again Hamas attempts to create a crisis situation in the Gaza Strip on the back of the civilian population by attacking the Nahal Oz fuel terminal and the Kerem Shalom crossing, and by preventing supply of fuel for humanitarian purposes while attempting to pressurize Israel." End quote. Colonel Press called on those Arab contingencies in Gaza, which Israel holds solely responsible for the disruption of the fuel delivery, to come and draw fuel from the Nahal Oz depot. He further stated that it was his hope that the fuel would be used for humanitarian and civilian needs in the Gaza Strip. And that concludes this edition of Fact Not Commentary. I am Aviva Lee, reporting live in Jerusalem from room 552 for Israel 24/6 TV. Thank you, Shabbat Shalom, and Hag Sameach.